I want to go to NBC's chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, who is in Dohuk in northern Iraq, basically unofficially Kurdistan. Richard, let me ask you about, we're 65 days into this bombing campaign against ISIS. Is ISIS being degraded, or are they moving forward?
They do not seem to be degraded at all. At first, ISIS was moving toward Baghdad when this crisis began earlier this summer. Then they shifted gears, moved to where I am. They started to attack Kurdistan. The bombing campaign began, and now ISIS is once again on Baghdad. So it is having an impact in that it has forced ISIS to change their targets somewhat, but it is certainly not slowing down the group.
The issue, it seems to be in two fronts, in Iraq and in Syria, where it seems as if ground troops are what's missing. Are the Iraqi forces not able to fight ISIS the way the U.S. had hoped? And who's filling the vacuum in Syria?
There are enormous contradictions in the U.S. strategy that are becoming more apparent every day. Let's start with Iraq. Even though this is really one conflict that has no border between it, we are artificially putting this border between Iraq and Syria because ISIS is on both sides. But let's start with Iraq. The Iraqi army is in no better shape now than it was when it collapsed. The new Iraqi government is not instilling confidence in the people. It is not instilling confidence in the armed forces. The U.S. spent years and years and billions of dollars to build the Iraqi army, only to watch it collapse and hand over so many of its weapons. So it is completely unrealistic to think that now, with a little bit of outside help and a lot of American goodwill, that the army is going to fundamentally change, and the Iraqi government, which is really just a reshuffle of the same characters, is going to fundamentally change and suddenly inspire the Iraqi people to be behind it. On the other side, in Syria, there are no allies on the ground. There are some Kurdish militias, but we're not even fully backing them. We're not consistently backing them.
Richard Engel in northern Iraq for us. Richard, thanks very much. Stay safe out there.